Save the humans! All right, love. This is Eve Christoph, your Love Life Muse. Welcome home to Eden. This is Eve's Eden Divine Feminine channel. Please subscribe. And we are joining together to return to the values of the feminine. This channel is on behalf of women, helping men to return to feminine values and women to find their voice. So let's just talk about saving the humans through the new revolution in the nuclear industry of thorium. We need to basically open our minds because we're also afraid of nuclear energy. We have the association with bombs, and we don't realize that the way that thorium is created, for example, it doesn't have any of that technology involved with creating bombs, even as any part of it. It's was discovered 50 years ago in the time of Richard Nixon, and they actually already made a thorium plant. Thorium exists in all of the dirt of every country, and one barrel of dirt has this much thorium, right? And this much thorium is enough for one person's electrical needs for their heat, their car, their food, everything for their entire life. That much. So it's totally abundant. It's very free. It's going to be incredibly cheap. They've already made a thorium plant which actually eats its own nuclear waste. So it's safe, much safer than the barrels, the 50,000 tons a day of coal per city. I guess it's per city that is created. I'm not sure about that fact exactly. It's the 50,000 tons per city. Every day versus 1 truckload per city per year of nuclear waste, which can be buried and can be treated in ways that are safe, much safer than the meltdown plants that we saw. But the funny thing is that even Chernobyl, even like 3 Mile Island, you go back around those 3 miles, all the animals are fine. There's no weird, nobody has any cancer. Even the people who cleaned up the site, they don't have any cancer. The animals have doubled their populations. The wildlife is fine. So something's a little bit different in the whole nuclear story than we thought originally anyway, especially if it has nothing to do with building bombs. If it's only about creating energy, and the thorium thing takes it to another level. So save the humans with thorium means that we pass on this exciting knowledge, because so that was 50 years ago that they created a thorium plant, and it ran for 5 years, and it's totally, the technology is already there. So in other words, you put a thorium plant inside a coal plant, you hook into the infrastructure there, and now just the whole grid is being fed by thorium, which has zero emissions for carbon, fossil fuel waste, all that is zero. So that means you can save the humans. We can save ourselves all over the world, since only 1% right now of the world energy is being produced by clean energy such as solar and wind. But the solar and wind are totally unreliable, and there's no batteries to store their energy, so the grid is either flooded or empty of energy. It's not the full answer. Plus, the solar panels take this much resources to create, and then we'll have all that waste, and the thorium takes like almost nothing to create. And there won't be any waste other than a tiny amount that can be that actually is recycled, mainly recycled, and then has a 300-year lifespan for what's left, and then even that can be dealt with in another way. Excuse me. So what we have to do to save the humans is to spread the news, because really what's slowing us down is our old fears about nuclear power, are not believing in these good things, and the burial of these kinds of new technologies, which there's a lot of technologies that are clean technologies that have been buried by the coal industry and the fossil fuel people who have all the money, who buy the patents and hide the knowledge. So now with the internet, we can pass on the knowledge. There's amazing videos already out there all about thorium and the incredible future of our all of our needs being taken care of all over the world with almost no effort and no fighting over resources, and I hope you look up some of these incredible people talking about it. A lot of scientists online talking, a lot of engineers talking about it. And if you'll notice, Cory Booker and Andrew Yang, both of them on their Democratic platforms talked about thorium as their way of solving the energy crisis and addressing climate change. So I'm not the only one. Okay, love life, darling. Spread the news, talk about it, look it up, get excited about it, and don't let this knowledge be buried anymore. Insist that they start moving on it, okay? That we all start moving on it. Not they. There's no they outside us. It's us, the people. Hit the streets with gratitude for your presence, darling. Loving you, loving life. Listen to my music on all the music platforms to have that divine feminine portal open up for you to higher consciousness and love and joy. Just look up Eve Christoph, Goddess Ocean. That's a great album I have up there. And Eve Christoph, Magic Fire, which is more acoustic and live. Also a great album. They're free for you if you're part of any of those platforms. All right, and I am available for Divine Feminine channeling work on your behalf personally. Contact me at lovelifewitheve@gmail.com. Okay, love, love.